hope you guys are having a good day today. Honestly, I hope everyone had a peaceful Saturday. We'll just kind of get right into what we're doing today. We are going to be taking a look at Mod Musings X Mode, the Encore. So Mode sent us the stabilizers. We'll do this. We'll talk about some of the stuff that Mode sent us today. I've already looked at their stabs. I think their stabs are really good value. They're $12, I believe. And then if you buy, I don't know if they still have the sale on them, where if you buy 5, you get 1 free or something. They end up being tremendous value. Like, it's pretty damn fucking good. Their stabs, I'd say, are on the same level of the Rock stabs. Mode made these with the intention of making cheaper stabilizers to compete with Durock stabs, or at least just sell people cheaper stabs. I have no complaints. If you don't mind Durock stabs, you're probably not going to mind these. They're no different, in my opinion, in terms of the way they mod and the way they feel and sound. I still think cherry stabs are better value. Maybe even some people like night stabs, but these are still very, very, very good. Now, Matthew did let us know today that these are not the final packaging for everything. We have like foam here, probably plates and PCBs in this one here. I haven't opened anything yet. One cool thing, and Matthew had mentioned this during his stream with Tim. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matthew, but I believe Matthew did say that all of these parts are interchangeable with the 65, the new one. If you guys were planning on getting this and already have an assembly for the new 65, literally drag and drop parts. Pretty damn awesome. I like that a lot, because that just means that if you have one board and you want both, or if you plan on switching or anything like that, you have interchangeable parts, and I think that's freaking awesome, dude. So again, we have wonderful, I mean, this is gonna build just like the 65. We have the lattice block system, so tons of different lattices here. We've already kind of covered how all these kind of feel in the 65 stream, but we'll kind of pick and choose today. The cool thing about this is you can do a whole bunch of different styles. I've actually played around with utilizing some of the firmer ones and some of the not so firm ones, and there's some interesting combinations you can get. We have some feetsies. These are the force brake gaskets, or I guess stickers, whatever you want to call them here. We have some bits for this. We have aluminum plate. We have a hot swap PCB here, and then yeah, the foam kit. So nothing too new on this front. It's gonna, again, be very much the same as the 65. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up on my stream. Kind of got that wood theme to go with the wood keyboard. Little Matthew and Cena Mod Musings logo. So you have the little assembly guide at the bottom, the QR code. This is a really nice card. I don't know if you guys are into little things like this. I am for sure. I love little things like this. Now, if you guys know me, there's a few things that I really appreciate about keyboards that I think make a keyboard very comfortable to type on, that I think that make them look very pretty. Now, one of those things is low front heights, or at least incorporating some sort of cherry lip to kind of help with the front height. It's a very big cherry lip, which is awesome. But just look at this. I have been very much vibing with boards that have just been like allowing us to have just like, you know, 1, 2, or 3 kind of stacked materials or something like that. There was a board recently that, well, not recently, I'd say like a little while ago that we took a look at, which was called the Quantum, and that was such a beautiful board. Every other board that I've seen that has come out with just like a happy, fun marriage of materials has been absolutely wonderful. So it's very nice. And then you got this beautiful back piece, which kind of captures this light just beautifully, dude. $279 to start, $529 for the copper units. Like I said, it's gonna have a cherry lip, 12.5 millimeters on the bottom of the lip. And as it comes up to the top over here, so the top chamfer, it's a 19.7 millimeters. When you have a bigger cherry lip like this, or just a bigger lip on the front of the keyboard, you're gonna immediately not feel the 19.7. You're gonna kind of get this happy blend of front lips over here, and it's gonna be an excellent front height to kind of type on. Again, once we get keycaps on this, we'll really kind of tell here, but it's pretty awesome. And there's gonna be 2 different dates, I believe, for this as well. I don't know how Matthew's gonna be doing the dates. I know it's gonna be July 12th and June 12th. Internally, we have some of that step design, which not only helps with some of the sound profile, but it also helps with kind of, again, getting the PCB to sit a little lower without having to sacrifice front height. And this also, again, a lot of keyboard designers have told me that these kind of stepped internals over here really help with sound diffusion and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. Our daughter board will sit over there. It is a bit of a recessed port too, so also very, very nice. My biggest concern before I even took a look at this, but it was I kind of felt better after watching Matthew talk about it on Tim's stream. I've built plenty of wood keyboards. I no longer use any of those wood keyboards because they've all warped in different climates. What Matthew's done here is he's kind of basically mounted the wood on the aluminum. So even if this does happen to kind of want to shift around, it probably won't. So I feel there's less of a worry here because, truth be told, even though this is used as partially some of the top frame, it also mainly acts as a bit of an accent. So you won't have to worry about any internals being shifted around. As you guys can kind of see on the inside, the wood doesn't actually do anything for the internals, which makes me feel a lot better because, again, I've had really bad luck with wood keyboards. I might take off these today, these little mounting points. I'm not gonna lie, this is not really a criticism on this board, but I've already made this criticism on the Mode PCBs. I don't love how these are fixed. And again, I'd probably opt for the solderable version because I don't think they have them on, but yeah, you do have to desolder, or basically apply some heat to get these out, but I don't love how these are fixed here. I don't know why Mode insists on doing this here and fixing them. Okay, let me kind of explain what this is supposed to be for. It's supposed to help with alignment and for hot swap users. Let me be very honest with you guys. If you guys are putting this PCB in, you're not really supposed to take off all the switches while this is mounted inside the board and then, put new switches in. I strongly suggest anyone using a hot swap PCB, take it out of the case, put it on a flat surface, and then push in your sockets that way. It's fine if you have to do 1 to 2 switches. You know what? I would even argue, I know I'm guilty of doing 1 or 2 switches. I would even argue that if you're not very well versed with switch pins and stuff and just making sure everything's straight and how to push in something properly, just take it all out. If you're gonna do testing, take it all out. It might seem like it's more of a lengthy process, but dude, it's not worth damaging your stuff, guys. There's apparently someone in the local New England keyboard group that will get a Mode tattoo if his comment gets 100 upvotes. I don't know if you guys want the Discord invite for that, and I don't know how true or anything this is, but Chris just told me, so that'd be funny. All right, let's take this board apart. Oh, this already has these applied, but these are already here. So these are force brakes that they come with within the box here, so we don't have to install them, but optional. But Matthew, I believe, recommends it. I was wondering how much wood was on this board. I really just like it being an accent piece with the aluminum under. Yeah, I think it's the smartest decision to be had when implementing this particular material. So the worst I've ever had it was I ordered a brand new wooden keyboard from a shop that was, pretty well known for making wooden keyboards back in the day. And unfortunately, when it came in and I built it, couldn't even get the plate in. I had to actually end up filing down the plate to the point where the plate just was not sitting. It still didn't not sit right at all. I still have the board actually. It's at my parents' house. But yeah, never ended up assembling okay. And then I've had a few other wooden keyboards where they assembled fine to start, and then eventually they just had problems due to warping. So I'm a little concerned about these feet slipping off. Maybe this is my only concern about the board. They're press-in feet, but typically with press-in feet, you kind of have a little knob or arm on these things that kind of press more into the board. I really think we should use olive for this. Oh, I am completely caught up now, but obviously the season's not done, of Kaiju number 8. And holy smokes, that is probably the coolest anime I've watched in some time. Right now, because I'm watching some anime with a friend, we started Windbreaker? Is that what it's called? I'm only 2 episodes deep into that one there, so this looks absolutely stunning. Let's see what it sounds like. So this is using the softest gaskets that this board has to offer. We're also using vintage cherry blacks. I've modded them with different springs. We're using a 57 gram TX spring. We lube them with 205, and they're using Desky films. I can already tell you this thing's gonna sound awesome. real good. Let's see how the mods all sound. Again, I haven't tuned all the modifiers to perfection, but I definitely need to add some more lube to the backspace here. I actually love this spacebar, Rob. I think I'm sold on this particular mounting style. I mean, I've already played around with, just so you guys know, because I don't think I'm going to play around with all of them today. I played with all of these in my Mode 65 review. I ultimately ended up liking, this is kind of my ranking with these things here. Lovely sounding board, by the way, Matthew. This sounds fucking awesome. Feels great too, and I think this is kind of where I will say that I prefer this. I ended up settling, I thought I was going to settle on a mixture of these firmer ones for the corners and then just using some of the more medium ones for the centers. But I ended up switching back on all of my units now for the 65 prototypes and stuff that I've done, where I've just used the standard full gaskets, just because, like, look how nice and soft this is. And it's not overly soft. I'd say this is a medium firmness if you're typing on this. But it's so nice, dude. I seriously appreciate you guys. I hope this was a bit insightful and maybe helped with your decision on whether or not you're going to pick up this board. But thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Bye, everybody. Love ya.